You know what? For the sake of recapping the whole thing, Rohan jumped into the pit. Not helped. Oh God, Salamanca knock out his opponent. He was allowed to leave. Rohan fought Damien, then immediately went into a gauntlet because of poor choice of words, where he had to fight all three of the champions back to back to back. He beat Damien. The elf whose name I forget. October or November?
Yep.
October. Surrendered.
After time stopping.
Yes, they made a deal during a time stop. And the final, the Chancellor's champion, which it was discovered that the Chancellor was some kind of construct. Some kind of like a
speaking piece.
Speaking piece, yes, for whoever the real third member of the Triarchy is. But the twins were the final champion. They came out, and goddamn, was that a rigged fight? It was two people working in tandem, pretty much, because they were Siamese twins. Rohan.
Shield, double action surge.
It was
multi-attack defense.
And I recall they were related to. I don't know if it was this noble house or I think it was a House of Hawk or something. Like it was related to, like, they were scions of a different noble house that were thought lost. Mardoon.
It's in chat. I had to look for it. Rohan threw them out of the ring and tried to win that way, which at first got some laughs, but thanks to some persuasive speech and some beseeching of the other two members of the Triarchy, we were able to get a victory in Rohan's favor. Which is when he showed his hand and proclaimed, "Actually, this whole time I was a champion for Horak." And because of that, he got to sit in the middle of the chair, and then we parted ways. A deal having been, or I guess the promise of a deal having been made. With the Triarchy.
He got his operating chair, and we got our watchman.
We had other shit to go save, or try to go save Flora and Carolyn.
And Cleo had diverted with Zane to the west wall to deal with Kellendale, and was able to just try some shit, and it worked, and save them, so that's good.
Did he end up learning how to do a Shadow Instinct?
Yes, he did.
Okay. I know you did yours. I wasn't sure if he was able to pick it up.
He did. He picked it up and spammed the hell out of it, so he's less no.
Hell yeah.
Still not good space or good state, but he's in a recoverable state.
Yeah,
that's good enough.
Yeah, he's more lucid before he got knocked out.
Anything else happen? Anything else big happen during the session? I don't think
talked to Zion, and he didn't issue the challenge, but he opened up the option of a challenge in the gray space, so to speak, where we can go fight a champion beyond worlds. And then Quint's like, "Well, fuck." Gotta be very selective on who we bring on that. So I think the general consensus was we take all the PCs, we bring Maven, if we can, sway King Carthalion himself.
And if we can't, heaviest hitters we can find.
I forgot who our third pick was.
It
was someone also a bit off.
Yeah, I think you pitched Zion himself.
Yes, that's what.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it's one of the few things I can actually help you with. I think was the sentiment he had.
He just pieces out like Patches.
Oh my god, that'd be such a big move. The bot's stronger. Deuces.
I believe the plan there was to wait until we get more eggs in our basket.
Yeah, not gonna jump to it immediately.
And then we had the out-of-game discussion of, hey, what? Zion kind of looks like some of O's past characters. Wait a second. He looks just like Redain. And I was like, oh, no.
Yep.
Led to kind of figuring what the challenge is.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. We just have to potentially fight at least a figment of Martial Militides.
I think the last
the catch of it is we don't have to beat him. It's like how far can you get in the combat? That was the thing. How many phases can you withstand? So just getting there in the first place and withstanding the first phase is already gonna give
objective
some benefit.
Survive.
Yeah, objective survive, like literally. I mean, if King Garth-Alien's there, he can sort of do a lot to cover our ass. I don't know, but that's something for a later time.
I think the last thing that happened in game is Clint did his Psylink with Cleo, Maven, and Rohan and him.
I did. I'm trying to remember what was the message. Well, not the singular message, but
I think it was just to like
mission
regroup.
accomplished. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. We got to regroup, and Carolyn and Flora are in danger. Albeit they're going to be, what would you say, 6 or 8? It was an even number. Hours away.
6 to 8.
Was it 6 to 8? Okay.
Yeah, it's between those, depending on few different things.
Right. So that was the last message Quinn sent out, and he had the internal turmoil of Shreya Shamash is gonna be pissed.
Well, Brett said she'll be here when we get back.
Knowing Clint's luck, he wouldn't bet on that.
He's going to be like just getting to the front gate, seeing the plane take off, like, gee willikers, what's that?
Yeah, genuinely, what's that?
What the fuck?
Is that a metal dragon?
What's a dragon? So, I think that's about where we landed it.
Yep. We're headed back to the estate.
Sounds right.
The villa.
We do need to probably find Zoe to see where William is.
Right. We don't know what's
So
up
probably
with that
look
yet.
for her on the way out.
Okay. So, as y'all regroup, get your, selves back together, if you will. Don't need this anymore.
Be gone.
What's the first order of action?
Try to find Zoe. Well, we're sort of local to the region.
Okay. As you make your exit from the hive compound, you should say, you and all your regroups there, do y'all bring Damien?
Yeah. It's like the reason we're here, right?
Yeah.
It's not, I don't know if he's allowed to stay in the hive anymore.
Right.
We kind of uprooted his life. Might as well, make sure he's planted somewhere else.
I think, yeah, rather than go looking for Zoe. I assume we're all going to the villa to start off, but
I'm changing the music.
Rohan is going to make sure that Damien gets there himself, dragging him if I have to.
As you make your way back, you don't need to drag him. He realizes he is a person with no home now.
Yeah,
You
he's a transient.
Make your way over, and he just looks up as you're passing through the Nomath Plains. And he just says, "You really wanted me dead, didn't you?"
Who did you say that to?
To you.
At what point?
You went through so many problems just to ensure that I would be put back in as most harm as possible.
I figured you would be up for the challenge. Relish the opportunity. Was I wrong?
The opportunity for what?
To be a watchman.
To be abandoned again?
How about instead the opportunity to be proven wrong? We are so few on watchmen these days, we cannot afford to abandon a single one.
So I only matter because we got to the point where no one's expendable.
Yeah, that is what you want to believe. Believe what you will, but you will serve. You swore to. Consider it your absolution for abandoning your post.
My solution for abandoning my post.
Whether you were abandoned or not, it does not erase the wrong you've done. Where did you train again?
Crescentine.
Ah, that explains why you're such a doomer. Why you're so glum. I think Rohan will drape an arm over his shoulders and with his other hand kind of pat him on the chest. Which, given the fight they just had, he probably doesn't appreciate that. Whoops. Oh well. Stick with me and my brothers. We'll show you how Eastwatch does things. We'll make an optimist of you yet. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I still have this. Yep. For what little good it'll do, I'll go ahead and heal him for 11. Don't spend it all in one place, Junior.
11. He
Roll that.
looks straight ahead as he moves your arm off of him. How many kids have you given that speech to?
Kids, none. Watchmen, quite a few. Are you a kid under there, Bluefire Damien? If so, then I'm doubly glad that we got you out of there.
He sits there. How many kids of those have gone to their death now?
I think Rohan ruminates on that for a moment. I cannot say. I am not the Grand Watcher. I do not keep tabs on every watchman I come across. Though I do keep them in my heart.
That's good for you. Do you think they knew you were full of shit when they were dying?
He shakes his head. I truly believe what I say.
Didn't they? Do you believe they think you were a deluded piece of shit when they were dying?
Not every watchman dies a horrible death. But even if we all did, to the man, that is the oath we swore. And now we have a Grand Watcher that values that sacrifice. Maybe you are a kid under there. This is the kind of talk I would expect from a new recruit who does not want to be a watchman. What do they call it when they put you on the edge of a city of light?
Borderlanders.
Yeah, there's like a term for like borderland duty.
Borderland
Like,
Patrol.
Oh, was
No,
that
not
it,
Bandit.
Jacob? Borderland Bandit? No.
Yeah, it's
No.
Borderland Bandit.
is it?
Yeah, they call you a bandit.
There you go. That sounds familiar though.
Sure.
You were a borderland bandit before you left the watch. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was the assignment that was fit for me.
Were you content there? Or did you hope for better things? Did you want for glory? For purpose?
I hoped and prayed that the Rangers would make sure nothing truly dangerous ever got to me.
But something did. You witnessed horror. You lost someone you cared about.
Everyone.
Everyone. Your comrades? Were they watchmen?
Some of them. A lot of times we have to make sure we have enough numbers for things by recruiting locally.
Were you the sole survivor? The only one left standing?
Not the first time, but the second time.
And you blame the watch for what happened?
They knew in advance. And they did nothing.
When was this?
Last year.
Very
The
recent.
first was 2 years before.
What was it that attacked?
First one was a dark one. Type 2. Not as bad as you'd think. But it was a lure. The desecrated above belayed the problem below, so it lured us in with its rifle fire. And when it did, the big one came out from underneath. Saw my friend Patrick slip right in like an antlion in hell.
And you said the watch knew this was going to happen. They knew your friend Patrick was going to slide into the thing's maw.
They tracked the beast. They knew about it.
Does this event sound familiar?
Not particularly, no.
Hmm.
What does sound odd is him saying they knew about it. You've gotten Ranger reports before. They typically aren't very detailed. You can get a type and some general features, but it's unlikely they have enough information to give you a full rundown
Mhm.
of a Dark One's potential and abilities.
And is there any insight Rohan can pull as to why, despite knowing ahead of time, they weren't sent help?
Yeah, roll an insight.
Okay.
Sounds like some Grand Watcher shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Too low.
Oh, wow. That just loaded real slow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, his story doesn't add up great. Like, yeah, that it happens. That's why you're there. They give you the clue, that they give you the rundown. If it was found as a type 2 and it wasn't like above a B class, then probably not much reinforcement that needs to be done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Rohan nods along with this story. Rangers, despite being specially trained, are mortal just like you and me. They make mistakes. They are not omniscient. They're not all-knowing. They make mistakes. I have certainly seen my fair share of ranger reports, only to find that they were less than detailed. Every watchman has. Perhaps instead of blaming the Watch for what happened, you should blame the Dark Ones and their crafty maneuvers. You should blame the creature that killed your friends, not the people that were tricked by them. I have lost comrades as well. I joined the Watch with my own father. I do not blame the Watch for his demise. It is not the Watch I direct my anger towards.
He sits there. Well, maybe it should be.
And why is that? Why should we blame the Watch when we decided to join them? When we swore the oaths that they held us to?
How are we supposed to really know what we were getting into?
He
He like puts his head down for a second. 3 of us survived that ambush, you know.
I thought you said you were the only one.
I am the only survivor. 3 of us survived that ambush, came back with news of dead children. No road, no way to recover. And we were greeted with poisoned foods and knives in our back in their sleep.
He nods slowly. Those that have not been through what we have can never understand. Which is why you cannot blame the Watch for us not knowing what we were signing up for. We have not yet run the gauntlet. We were untested. But in moments like the one you went through, it all becomes clear. We see the truth of those vows, the truth of what it means to be a watchman. That is the test. I would rather you not fail it.
Already did. I have no confidence in your watch, and I have no love for the people that it seeks to protect. You say the world's ending in a year and a day. Well, good. Let it.
You do not hope for a better tomorrow. What do you hope for?
I think you're kind of missing what I'm saying here, friend.
Enlighten me.
I know I'm already dead. Just a matter of time.
You are already dead. He's wearing a bracer, or he does not have his arms exposed currently, correct?
Correct.
Ron will pluck his helmet off, and then pinch his nose really hard.
Yikes, watch your way. Oh, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, you are a very lively corpse to swat my hand away. He kind of like leans forward, squints. Your nose is all red now, irritated. I had never seen a corpse do that. Are you sure you're dead, Damien?
He just, with as much of a serious look he can put on, says, I'm done with this talk.
I'll hand his helmet back to him.
You're either too daft or too brainwashed.
Brainwashed. I am just tested, Damien. And despite the fact that you think you have failed, your test is not over yet. He sat down, correct?
No. Continues walking whatever direction y'all were walking.
Very good. Into the villa.
You head in. What about the rest of you? I believe you were on a Zoe hunt?
Yes, sir.
That sounds like a survival. Perception, investigation, nature. Different roles, different response. If you have any two of them, you can do one with advantage.
Well, I have all. Let me do this.
But you have all four?
What was it? It was survival, perception, nature.
And investigation.
Fuck, I'm missing investigation.
I have every single skill.
Oh yeah, that was not surprising. I think I said that last week.
Well, 3.
Actually, well,
four.
mine is performance. Funnily enough,
I have perception, nature, and investigation, and then I do not have survival book.
Okay. So y'all can roll with advantage and put +2 to your roll. Crash, you can roll twice with advantage.
ooh,
Damn! Quadruple advantage. So that's
I'll do
34.
the-
Wait, did you say +2 or +4?
+2.
Oh, 32.
No investigation. Pew. Same rules. Results.
You will have.
Oh, I guess the guidance is better. So 24, 26.
Okay, give me a second. Pop.
Covered all the bases.
Roll one more time.
Advantage.
Oh, okay.
Advantage.
Get a 20? Oh, okay.
Can I reroll? I'll use reroll. Fuck it. I don't do much with my reroll anyway. Bang!
Be nice.
Okay.
25.
Meanwhile, last session, all of us are like, yeah, okay.
You have a +2, and you probably have guidance as well.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
here.
Gotcha.
Cute.
Okay.
So
So that's
31.
31.
31.
Okay.
31, 32, 26.
All right, so with the
We
survival and nature club, like, yeah, I think it's probably not terribly hard to find some tracks. Which do look like they split off. And then you also see some big mammoth prints. You're like, yeah, that's probably the way.
Yeah, safe bet.
As you make your way over and around, you come to a river basin, to which you see on the other side the trio of, oh my gosh, what, Zoe, Grimble,
Zoe.
and
Will I am.
yeah, names are hard today.
A lot of names.
Vorthos.
Walk on up to him. Anything?
The tracks went dead at the water.
Seems your kin knows how to lose pursuers. But my kin is perfectly fine at trying to find people losing pursuers. Looks at Bradford.
Just like a 2-finger flick salute.